Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. You all know me very well. So I welcome my all dear third standard little champs in today's science lecture. My dear little champs, you know that before a day or two I sent you the PDF in which there was a question bank of chapter 1 and 2. And I further asked you to write it down, to note it down in your books. Few parents and students asked me that where to note it down, in which book, and I also replied them that you can note it down either in your rough book or in your fair notebook. But wherever you note it down, make sure that you have given the proper heading and the date on which you are noting down, so that whenever you send me or the follow-up teachers the question and the answers, so that we'll be able to note down that when have you written, on which date have you completed your work. So I hope that whatever I have given you in your groups, you have completed it. Now why have I asked you to note down the questions first? That is because you know that in our question bank or worksheet solving, very rarely I ask you to write the questions in the lecture, because mostly I always ask you to just write the answers in the ongoing video lecture. That is because of a shortage or a limited time we have in the lecture. So I hope students that you are ready with your books. If you are ready with your rough books, please open up the book or the page in which you have written that question bank. So while you open that, I'll explain you what are we going to do. So till then, be ready with your books. What are we going to do today? Solve the all new question bank of chapter 1. Now you might be having a question in your mind, why sir again chapter 1 as it is done in FA1 exam? Let me tell you, it is done in FA1 exam, but because it may be asked in SA1, still SA1 is not gone. Okay, so though it is gone in FA1 exam, you have to keep the backup. You don't have to delete the data of lesson 1 and 2, because it may be asked in SA1 exam, or a part of it may be asked. Now it may be the objective or subjective, so you have to keep these things in your mind. So anyways, now question bank of chapter 1. I hope that you all are ready with your books, like I said, and I gave you 5 to 10 seconds. So now we are going to begin without wasting much of our time. Question 1. Choose the incorrect word from sentence and replace it. In your book, it is something else. In your books, that means in the PDF in which I have sent, there is clearly printed that underline the incorrect word and write the correct one in the given space. But here, you know, our online video format is we choose the incorrect word and then we replace it. So we are going to continue in that format. If you have the questions ready, you can underline it so that the work will be easier for you. Then you just have to write the correct word. So I will suggest you to underline the incorrect word if you have written the questions, and then just write the correct word or replace it. So students, I hope that you are ready with it, and I hope that almost all the students might have written the questions, because I have given you the question a day or 2 days before. So this is question 1. Those who haven't written the question, don't worry, you can just give the heading question 1 in your rough notebook, but make sure you write the question and answer both afterwards. Now you just have to write the answers, because the questions are already given. So let us start with question 1. Number 1. Frog has a long and slippery tongue which is used to catch prey. Now my dear students, you have to select the incorrect word. If you have the questions ready, you can just underline the incorrect word and I'll display it here on the screen. Which word do you think is incorrect? Frog has a long and slippery tongue which is used to catch prey. Almost everything seems to be correct. One word is incorrect. Okay, so here the word is, I hope that you have tried to find it on your own. Here the word is, the incorrect word is slippery. So long is correct, but slippery is incorrect. So if we remove it, frog has a long and dashed tongue. What is the correct word if not slippery? Okay, so if you have tried, let's see what the correct answer is. It's sticky, correct? So correct word is sticky. Please write it down and repeat this sentence after me. Those who have written the sentence and those who have written the correct answer, please repeat it after me. Frog has a long and slippery tongue which is used to catch prey. Now please repeat the answer after me. Frog has a long and sticky tongue which is used to catch prey. Okay, I hope that you got sufficient time to write the answer. You just have to write the correct word. That's it. Moving on to next one, students. Number 2. Monkeys love to eat grass and bananas. Okay, we have heard about bananas. Have you heard about the grass? No. So the incorrect word here is grass. Please underline it or write it down if you are writing in your rough book. Monkeys love to eat dash and bananas. Grass is incorrect, so we removed it. So what will be the answer? It is there in your textbook in the herbivorous part. If you have read the textbook properly. Anyways, here is the correct answer. They love to eat nuts. What do they love to eat? Nuts and bananas. So please write down the answers. And also be ready to repeat after me. We will just repeat the correct sentence now. Monkeys love to eat nuts and bananas. Okay, now I hope that you have written the correct answer. Moving on to number 3. Cows and buffaloes first chew their food and fill their stomach. Don't you think something is wrong here? Yes, obviously that is what you have to highlight. That is what you have to underline. Or you can just write the incorrect word. Which is the incorrect word from this sentence? Cows and buffaloes first chew their food and fill their stomach. So here is the incorrect word, food. Chew their food. So food is incorrect. Yes, they do chew, but what? First chew their dash and fill their stomach. You know, if you have prepared well, you know what do they chew. Okay, so here is the correct answer. They chew the cud and not the food. That means chewing the cud is a process. If you just write chew the food, that simply means they chew the food as normal as we are doing. So food we have to remove and we have to just add, replace the word food with cud. Chew their cud. So please repeat the correct statement after me. Cows and buffaloes first chew their cud and fill their stomach. As simple as that. And I hope that you have written the answer. Number 4. Flesh-eating animals have weak jaws. Now you know, I have explained you several times and you have even appeared for the exam, and now you should know that what is the meaning of jaw. Okay? So now please select the incorrect word from here. and you can underline or write it down if you have the questions ready. So the incorrect word here is weak. Now this is not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this is not that weak. Weak means not strong in short. So flesh eating animals have weak jaws. Weak is incorrect. So flesh eating animals have dashed jaws. Now I know that 100% of you might have written the answer. Anyways, the correct answer here is strong. They don't have weak, they have strong jaws. Please repeat the correct statement after me. Flesh eating animals have strong jaws. Okay? If you have your questions ready, you can just underline the weak and write the answer strong. If you haven't written the question, in the worst case, you can write as if I have done here. Moving on to number 5. A food chain always starts with animals. A food chain always starts with animals. So what do you think is incorrect? Which word goes wrong here? Okay, so the incorrect word, if you have chosen or if you haven't, it is here animals. Animals are the part of the food chain, certainly, but they are not the beginners. It is not from where the food chain begins. So what is the start point? So the correct answer is plants. Okay, please write it down if you haven't written. If you have already written, very good, excellent. Okay, now while writing, please repeat this statement after me. A food chain always starts with plants. Clear enough? This is also, the diagram is there in your textbook itself, either on the second or on the third page. Okay. Now students, give another heading, question 2. Or if the questions are already with you, if you have already prepared for the questions, excellent work. What are we going to do in the question 2? Give one word for the following, that is, you have to just write the answers, one word answer. Even if you have written the question, if you haven't written, you just have to write one word answer here. But I hope that you have written the questions. The regular students have already written the questions in their books, and I appreciate them. So let us start with question 2. Number 1. An animal killed by another animal for food. Please write the answer. An animal killed by another animal for food. So some students have already written the answers when they got the question. They have done the excellent job. Anyways, here the correct answer is, it is called prey. P-R-E-Y and not A-Y. Please don't mistake the spelling. So answer is prey. P-R-E-Y, prey. And I hope you have written the same thing. If you haven't, write it down please. Okay, I won't ask you to repeat this because it is already there, either in your brain or inside the book, and we have prepared a lot for this. Okay, moving on to number 2. A domestic animal that gives us wool. This is very easy one. A domestic animal that gives us wool. Which animal gives us wool? Please write the answer. Here is the correct answer. Sheep. S-H-E-E-P. Sheep gives us wool. Correct? White color, wool. If you have seen the sheep, white color. Somewhere it is of brown color also. So sheep is the correct answer, and I hope that you have written this. Number 3. To constantly bite or chew on food with teeth. So what is it called? To constantly bite or chew on the food with teeth. This is a type of eating, a method of eating. So I hope that you have written the answers on your own. You are trying your level best to answer. Here is the correct answer anyways. No. Okay, GNAW, no. To constantly bite or chew. Now you know that squirrels do that, rabbits do that, correct? So this is a method of eating. So many have written already the answers and they are even sending me the answers. So please try to at least write the questions whenever I send you the worksheets or the question banks. Moving on, question 3. Please give another heading for those who have not written the questions. Give the next heading, question 3, either on the same page or on the new page. You just have to write the answers. So what do you have to do is fill in the blanks with correct letters. Okay, some letters are missing, so you have to just fill in the blanks with the correct letters and complete the sentence. So again you have to just write the answers whether you have written the question or not. For those who have written the question, it is good. So here is the first FB. Bee dash teeth help to bite off grass and leaves. If you have read the textbook again carefully, the answers are already there in the textbook itself. Bee dash teeth help to bite off grass and leaves. So here the type of teeth is asked. So I hope that you are trying to write the answer so that when you just check your answer, if your answers are right, it is good that at least you have tried your level best. So here is the correct answer, broad. Broad teeth help to bite off grass and leaves. This is especially for herbivores. Please repeat this after me. Broad teeth help to bite off grass and leaves. So I hope that you have written the answer, and at the same time I hope that you are repeating this statement after me. Number 2. C dash are eaten by rabbits. Okay, this is an eatable for rabbits starting with C. C dash are eatable by rabbits. So you have to just think about what is rabbit famous for eating. Okay, so let's just see the correct answer. Correct answer is carrots. Okay, some of them pronounce it as carrots. No, it is carrots. So please repeat this after me, and for those who are writing, please write it down and just note down the correct spelling, CARROTS. Okay, now let's just repeat it once. Carrots are eaten by rabbits. Okay, so moving on to number 3. L dash is a flesh eating animal. L dash is a flesh eating animal. It's very clear. The name of animal is asked, which starts with L. Flesh eating simply means carnivores. So here you have to name the carnivorous flesh eating animal that starts with L. Okay, so for those who are knowing the answer, they have already written. Those who have any idea of the answer, they have already tried their level best. Let's see what the correct answer is. Here the correct answer is lion. So it's very simple. You don't have to even repeat this, because you know that lion eat flesh only. They never eat grass. Even if they die of hunger, they never eat grass. So lion is the correct answer. There are several flesh eating animals, but here it starts with L, so lion is the answer. Moving to number 4. S dash do not have chewing teeth. This is also very simple. S dash do not have chewing teeth. Okay, so if they don't have chewing teeth, they will not chew their food, they will swallow their food. The hint I have already given to you. Please write the answers. Try to at least write the correct answer. So, without wasting your time, here is the correct answer: snakes. Okay, snakes, you know, they swallow their food. So, please repeat this after me once. Snakes do not have chewing teeth. Clear enough? Okay. Moving to number 5. T dash of an elephant can suck water up. T dash of an elephant. So, if I can give you the hint, is it is a body part of an elephant which helps the elephant to suck the water up. So, which is that part? And it starts with T. So, it is very easy now for you. So, here is the correct answer: trunk. Okay. So, please repeat this after me and write the spelling properly: T-R-U-N-K, trunk. So, let us just repeat this once. Trunk of an elephant can suck water up. Okay, trunk, which is a long front part, a kind of nose of an elephant. So I hope this is clear. Now students, moving towards question 4. For those who haven't written the question, again please write the heading, give another heading, question 4, and make sure you give it on the new page only, because you are going to write match the following. So please give the heading question 4. For those who have already written the question, they don't have to give any new heading. So here the method is not changed. You just have to write column A. Just now you don't write column B. Right now just wait for the correct answers and just write question part, that is column A, because this will be changed if we will match the correct answer. So just write this side. For those who have already written, well and good. Now for those who have already written the questions, they might have written both the things, A and B, and in this way which is displayed on the screen. Okay, so what do you have to do is, you can just draw the lines with a scale and match it properly and clearly, or you can just write 1, 2, 3 here or ABC here. The choice is yours. Make sure it should be legible and clearly depicted which is matched with which. So I hope that those who are writing the questions, they have written column A: frog, camel, butterfly and dog. Frog, camel, butterfly and dog. So here are the options: laps up milk, suck the food, grasshopper, chew cud. So please try to match the answers. Where will you match the frog? Can you match it up with lap up the milk, suck the food, grasshopper, chew cud? Where can you match the dog? Laps up milk, suck the food, grasshopper. And where can you match this butterfly? Suck the food, chew the cud. Try to match it, and I am obviously going to display the correct answers. So if you have thought about the answers, or for those who have already written the questions, they have even tried to match it. So let's see what the correct answers are. Column A will remain as it is. This is column B. Correct answers are already matched now. Now you can see the correct answers in front of the questions or beside the questions. Frog I have matched with grasshopper. Camel, chew the cud. Butterfly, suck the food. Dog, laps up the milk. Okay, so you know, like cow and buffalo, camels also chew the cud. Frog, they can also eat grasshopper like a prey. Butterfly suck the food, you know, they sit on the flower. and a tube like structure helps them to suck their food. And dog, this is very common, laps up the milk. So C, D, B, A is the correct order of column B answer. So I hope that you have matched it properly. You can just write C, D, B, A and later on you can write the question and answer properly. For those who have written it, it's very easy now for them. You can just write here C, D, B, A near column A to identify the correct answers. So students, the last question of this lecture, question 5. Please give the heading, and for those who have written the question, it's very good, they are prepared beforehand. Question and answers. So I hope you are ready with the heading question 5, question and answers. Question 1. Here I'll ask you to write the answers. At that time you have to write the answers. What type of teeth does the flesh eating animals have? Please write the answer. Sharp and strong. Please write the answer. Sharp and strong. The teeth of flesh eating animals are obviously strong and sharp. Only then they'll be able to hold its whatever they have hunt and can tear the food. So sharp and strong is the answer. Please write it down and repeat after me. Animals eating flesh have sharp and strong teeth. This is what I have formed the sentence, but you just have to write sharp and strong in the answer for now. Okay, I hope that you have written this. Number 2. Which two animals eats plants as well as animal flesh? Now clearly they have asked two examples for omnivores. Okay, so it is not necessary whatever I have written you will write the same thing. You can choose any two omnivorous animals. So here is the answer, bear and dogs. So I have written bear or dogs, two animals I have written here. You can write this or you can write any two of your choice. So please repeat after me. Bear and dogs are two animals. They eat plants as well as animal flesh. Okay, so I hope that you have written your answers, and if you have written any new answer you can just send me the photos. Otherwise also you are supposed to send your work to the follow-up teachers, but if you have doubt you have to send it to me directly, so it will be solved. Number 3. Explain how the food is eaten by bees and mosquitoes. Answer is very easy. Bees and mosquitoes suck their food through the tube they have in their mouth. That means their mouth is structured in such a way that they have the tubes, straw like structure, and they suck the food from it. So please don't write this, you can make your own answer. Please repeat it once after me. Bees and mosquitoes, I hope you are repeating students. Bees and mosquitoes suck their food through the tube. That's it. Okay, so this one is very easy. Number 4. How does a frog catch its prey? Frog catches its prey through its long and sticky tongue. This was already there in the objective, no need to write. Please just repeat after me. Frog catches its prey through its long and sticky tongue. Okay, no need to write this, this is already there in the many objectives, so it is very obvious and understood. Now dear students, it's time to end the lecture with a beautiful thought given by our brilliant student Bhojani Sayyeda of standard 3rd from Mehdi English Medium School. Now let's see what thought she has given to us. Your best teacher is your last mistake. This is the thought given by Bhojani Sayyeda, we appreciate you for giving this thought, and we even thank you for sharing a beautiful thought with us. Now student, what is the meaning of this thought? Your best teacher is your last mistake. That means you have to learn with every mistake you make. So you have to modify yourself, you have to change yourself so that you will be able to make yourself perfect from your mistakes. So don't get upset with the mistake. Rather than getting upset, you can just appreciate yourself and you can learn something from your last mistake. That is why it is said that your best teacher is your last mistake. Once again, we thanks to Bojani Sayyeda for sharing a wonderful, beautiful thought with us. Thanks for watching the lecture, students, and do send your work to the follow-up teachers so that we can take a note of the students who are sending us the work regularly. Also, please share the wonderful thoughts with us so I can include here with the new names. So with this I end my lecture. Goodbye. Take care.